Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new year, the new show here for the new year, a new concept. Once a month, we will have a theme for a whole week, and for this month, I've decided to go cryptid. There's so many stories out there, it's unbelievable. So I hope you like this new concept, by the way. And I would like to say hi to Amy, my sister. Hi, Myers. Hello, and thanks for rewatching. And Debbie, hello, Debbie. How are you? So yeah, tonight I've got these stories of cryptid. I don't know how long this live stream will last because I have like 8 stories, but they're not that long. Sometimes it's long because I read too long or something like that, whatever. So, anyways, so we will start right away. So, grab your comfy blanket, like I say, and your hot cocoa, and we will start our cryptid series starting tonight. Oh, and we got Nicole popping in. Hello, Nicole. Nice to see you. And then we got Face the Ace. Hello, Face the Ace. Nice to see you too. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And like I said, get comfortable with your comfy blanket, some hot cocoa, some popcorn, whatever. And we will start the first story for tonight. It is the story of, I don't know if you guys know this guy, it's the story of the chupacabra. I'm going to practice my Spanish tonight. So some people might know him, some people might not, and some people might say, "Oh, it's always the same thing we say about this creature." But here we go. So I will start. Once upon a time, in the quiet village of San Rosario, nested in the heart of a dense and mysterious forest, strange occurrences began to unfold. The villagers were simple folks living off the land and tending to their crops. However, an air of unsense settled over the community as rumors spread about the mythical creature known as the chupacabra. So I know that chupa means suck, and cabra that must mean blood, I guess, or I don't know. So I know that chupa chup is like a lollipop or something. So there's that. So okay, so let's continue. I was right here. The chupacabra was said to be a fearsome creature, a blood-sucking beast that preyed on the livestock of unsuspecting villagers. Whispers of its presence grew louder with each passing day, and the once peaceful nights were now filled with the sounds of terrified animals and anxious villagers. Among the villagers was a courageous young woman named Isabella. She was known for her adventurous spirit and unyielding determination. One day, as the village was gripped by fear, Isabella decided to unreveal the mystery surrounding the chupacabra. Armed with nothing but a lantern and the sense of curiosity, she ventured into the deeps of the dark forest. The dense foliage swallowed Isabella as she made her way through the ancient trees, their twisted branches creating an eerie shadow that danced in the moonlight. The forest was alive with mysterious sounds, and Isabella's heart pounded with both excitement and trepidation. Oh, did I see somebody come in? Hello, Eddie and Jen. Eddie, how are you and the boys? And Jen, I hope everyone's okay, nice and healthy for the new year. Okay, I was where now? Okay, as she delivered deeper into the forest, Isabella stumbled upon an abandoned clearing. In the center stood an old, dilapidated altar, surrounded by strange symbols etched into the ground. Isabella's eyes widened as she realized that she had stumbled upon something far more mystical than she had anticipated. As the night wore on, a low growl echoed through the clearing, and the chupacabra emerged from the shadows. Its eyes glowed a fierce red, and its sharp claws glazed in the moonlight. Isabella stood her guard, refusing to succumb to fear. To her surprise, the chupacabra did not attack. Instead, it communicated with Isabella through a series of haunting howls and gestures. Throughout this eerie exchange, Isabella learned that the creature was not a mindless predator, but a guardian of the forest, protecting it from those who sought to exploit its resources. So, and then Isabella returned to the village with a new found understanding of the chupacabra. She shared the creature's story with the villagers, urging them to live in harmony with the forest rather than fear it. Over time, the once fearful community transformed into stewards of the land, working alongside the chupacabra to protect the delicate balance of nature. And so the legend of the chupacabra in San Rosario evolved from a tale of terror to one of coexistence, as the village and the mystical creature forged an unspoken alliance that would be passed down through generations. Ooh. Okay, so that was story number one. And now I have to go here like this and change for sure you guys know this one, the black-eyed children, but these children are from the state of Vermont. The story of the black-eyed children in Vermont. So here we go about this one. The legend of the black-eyed children is a modern urban legend that has circulated on the internet since the late 1990s. The story typically involves encounters with mysterious children, often between the ages of 6 and 16, who appear at people's doorsteps or in isolated places. The defining and eerie characteristics is that these children have entirely black eyes with no whites. So here we go on here. If you pop in and I didn't say hi, it's because I can't see the chat right now. Sorry. One night in the small town of Ravenswood, nested deep within the dense woods of Vermont, a man named Richard found himself alone in his cabin. It was a quiet and isolated place, surrounded by towering trees and the haunting whispers of the wind. Richard had always been a skeptic, dismissing tales of the supernatural as mere product of overactive imaginations. One stormy evening, as the rain beat against the cabin windows and the wind howled through the trees, Richard heard a faint knocking at his door. Curiosity getting the better of him, he cautiously approached, peeping through the peephole. To see, to his surprise, two children stood on his doorstep, drenched from head to toe. They appeared to be both brother and sister, and their clothes were outdated as if from another era. Richard hesitated, but eventually opened the door, a sense of concern overriding his skepticism. The children, with their heads down, asked if they could come in to use the phone, claiming they were lost and needed to contact their parents. The air grew colder, and a shiver ran down Richard's spine. When he looked into their eyes, he recoiled in horror. Their once innocent eyes were pools of inky black darkness. Fear seized him, but the children persisted, their voice soft and pleading. Richard slammed the door shut, realizing that he had narrowly escaped weather omens. Faith awaited those who let the black eyed children inside. For weeks after, Richard couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. The legend of the black eyed children spread through the town, whispers around campfires, and shared in hushed tones at local taverns. Some believed they were ghosts, others thought they were extraterrestrial beings. Whether the truth, the legend of the black eyed children lingered in the quiet town of Ravenswood, a chilling tale that would be passed down from generations to generations. Wow. What you guys think about that? PPR Dustin, hello brother. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I hope I didn't miss someone else. So that's this story. That one wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's Cryptid Monsters Across America. Tonight's live stream title. And now we will move on to this one. Does anyone know what this one is? This one's surprising if you don't know. It looks like an octopus, and it is an octopus, but it is called The Story of the Oklahoma Octopus. So they got octopuses in Oklahoma. As the sun deepened below the horizon, casting a warm glow across the Oklahoma plains, a particular legend emerged in the small town of Sagebush. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the mysterious creature known as the Oklahoma octopus. Tales of its elusive presence circulated, passed down from one generation to the next. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this one, but this one was new for me. The legend began with an old fisherman named Earl Turner. Earl, an experienced elderly with withered hands and a face etched with the stories of the sea, claimed to have encountered the Oklahoma octopus during a late night fishing expedition on the murky waters of Lake Horizon. His tale began to unfold one evening at the local tavern. I don't think you'll like seafood after this one. um, Earl spoke of an outerworldly creature, a hybrid of octopus and land dwelling beast, with long, swirly tentacles that could traverse both water and earth. Its body, a mesmerizing blend of irresistant blues and greens, shimmering in the moonlight. Earls described the Oklahoma octopus as a guardian spirit of the lake, near malvoyant nor belvoyant, but a mysterious force that kept the balance of nature in check. Hmm. Skeptics dismiss Earl's story as the rambling of an old man, but as more locals spent time around Lake Horizon, peculiar occurrences began to unfold. Fishermen reported strong patterns in their nets, resemblance of suction cups marks. Campers spoke of eerie sounds echoing across the water at night, like the rustling of unseen tentacles. One summer night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to embark. Hi, Batrican! Adventurous teenagers decided to embark on a midnight expedition to uncover the truth behind the Oklahoma octopus. Armed with flashlights and a sense of curiosity, they set out to explore the shore of Lake Horizon. As they approached the water's edge, a mysterious mist enveloped the area and the temperature dropped. Let's continue. Wait, hold on. Okay. Out of the mist emerged a sight that left the teenagers awestruck and trembling with a mixture of fear and wonder. Okay. A series of long, undulating tentacles rose from the lake, their irresisting glow captivating the onlookers. The Oklahoma octopus, a creature of legend, made a brief and majestic appearance, as if acknowledging the presence of those who sought to unreveal its mysteries. Word of the encounter spread like wildfire, cementing the legend of the Oklahoma octopus in the town's folklore. From that day forward, the creature became a symbol of respect for the delicate balance of nature and a reminder that there are mysterious mysteries lurking beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered by those with the courage to seek them. Oh, now that was a pretty weird one. Have you ever heard about this octopus thingy? I didn't. Well, I've heard of an octopus, a giant octopus attacking a boat and everything, but it wasn't in Oklahoma. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and we will move on to the next story. Not bad. We will have one, two, three, four, five left after this one right here, which is this one looks scary, doesn't it? This one is called The Story of the Louisiana Rougarou. I hope I'm saying it right. Rougarou. I should be because it's half French. Okay, so let's start this one. Uh, in the heart of Louisiana bayous, where the Spanish moss hangs low from ancient trees and the air is thick with mysteries, a chilling legend has been passed down through generations. The legend of the Rougarou. Okay, in a small town of Bayouville, nested between the swamps and the bayous, the local spoke in hushed tones about a creature that roamed the shadows after sunset. It was said to be a shaped shifting being, a fusion of man and beast, known as the Rougarou. According to the tale, the transformation occurred during the full moon when the bayous was bathed in an earthly silver light. AAP, hello, how are you? Missed you. Hope you and the boys and the wifey doing good. All healthy. Okay. The legend traced its origins back to a curse, a punishment for those who had broken scattered promises or committed grievous sins. The curse could befall anyone who transgress against the natural order of the bayous. Once affiliated, the unfortunate soul would transform into a creature of the night, a massive wolf like being with blazing red eyes and a hunger for the flesh of the living. Hoo-hoo. Happy New Year to you too. um, then it says here, one humid evening, the town of Bayouville found itself on edge as the full moon hung low in the sky. The air was charged with an eerie energy, and the bayous seemed to come alive with strange sounds. As the moonlight filtered through the moss dropped trees, a man named Jean Claude, known for his recklessness and discarded of the old ways, went missing. Whispers of the Rougarou spread like wildfire, and the townsfolk gathered in fear, clutching their talisman and reciting ancient prayers to warn off the creature. In the heart of the swamp, a mournful howl echoed, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to listen. Days later, Jean Claude re- reappeared, devastated and distraught, with no memory of the events that transpired during his absence. The townsfolk, however, eyed him with suspicion, for the creature, the curse of the Rougarou, was said to leave its mark on those it touched. Okay. From that day forward, Bayouville lived in the shadows of the Rougarou, a cottoning tale passed down from er- elderlies to children. The legend served as a reminder to honor the traditions of the bayous and respect the delicate balance between the natural and the supernatural. And as the moon waxened and waned, the Rougarous' haunting howls continued to echo through the mossy expanse of the Louisiana bayous, keeping the legend alive from generations to come. For generations to come. Sorry about that. So that was the Rougarou. Okay, so now we will move on to the next one. This one, I don't know if you guys know this one. I've heard about it, and I went near where this occurred once when I was traveling. Okay, this one's really interesting. It's called The Story of the Jersey Devil. Yeah, it's quite awesome. Oh, okay, so here we go. The Jersey Devil. In the dimly lit woods of southern New Jersey, where the pine trees stand tall and the wind whispered through leaves, a chilling legend has haunted the region for centuries. The legend of the Jersey Devil. Long ago, in the quiet town of Pineville, a woman named Mother Leeds found herself burdened with the challenges of raising 12 children. Frustrated and overwhelmed, she cried out one stormy night, "Let this one be the devil," when she discovered she was pregnant with her 13th child. So she cried out one stormy night, "Let this one be the devil." Okay. So, as the legend goes, on a moonlit night in 1735, Mother Leeds gave birth to a child unlike any other. The infant transformed into a monster creature with wings, hooves, and a forked tail. It let, let out an otherworldly scream and flew out of the Leeds home, disappearing into the pine barners. Hoo-hoo. Okay. um, the townsfolk spoke of eerie encounters with the creature, now known as the Jersey Devil, throughout the years. You know the New Jersey Devil hockey team? They're named after this legend. Just in case you didn't know, it just popped into my head. So let me start over. The townsfolk spoke of eerie encounters with the creature, known now known as the Jersey Devil. Throughout the years, it was said to have the ability to change its size and appearance, making it nearly impossible to predict its next manifestation. The New Jersey Devil became a symbol of fear, with tales spreading of it terrorizing livestocks, leaving mysterious tracks in the snow and haunting the desolate pine forests. Oh, you did, Eddie. That's cool. I went to a tourist information center in New Jersey and asked them about it, and they had all this information. It was incredible. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, brave souls grabbed lanterns and ventured into the pine barrens, determined to confront the legendary creature once and for all. As they developed deeper into the dark woods, the air grew thick with tension. Suddenly, a shadowy figure with wings unfolded before them. Ooh, the Jersey Devil, with its per- piercing red eyes, hooved in the moonlight. Oh, yeah. Oh. uh, okay. Let me see here. Uh, Hooved in the moonlight. Okay. The townsfolks, paralyzed with fear, watched as the creature circled above, but instead of attacking, the Jersey Devil let out a final mournful cry before disappearing into the night. Some say it was the spirit of Mother Leeds, cursed child seeking solace in the vast wilderness. From that night forward, Pineville lived in the shadow of the Jersey Devil, a creature that became both a cautionary tale and a mysterious legend echoing through the centuries. And as the winds whispered through the pine trees, the town's residents remained vigilant, knowing that the legendary creature could still be lurking in the dark corners of the pine burners. Whew. Yeah, it is. Oh, maybe one day. Now I'm doing America. America. Let's make America great again. Something like that. Can't remember the saying. Okay, so now I am on to the next. To the next. Her name's written on this photo, so you guys know already. Yeah, we have lake monsters. We have, I don't know how they call it, Sasquatch, Yetis, Bigfoots. We have that too. And we have Wendigos. And we have, uh, there was a story legend of a witch too, La Corriveau. So here is the next story that I am going to read to you. It's the story of the Tennessee Bell Witch. In the rolling hills of Adams, Tennessee, a small farming community nested in the early 19th century. A sinister presence known as the Bell Witch cast a shadow over the Bell family. This is the tale of the haunting that gripped the region and became one of America's most famous ghost stories. Oh, Eddie, that's not true. That's not nice to say. She is very pretty. Your wife is beautiful. Come on. Yes, Lugero 2 werewolves. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right, Nicole. Okay, so here we go with the story. It all began in the early 18th century. In the early 18th centuries, yeah, when John Bell, uh, pro, sorry, prosper farmer, acquired a parcel of land in Adams. As the years passed, the Bell family prospered, but in 1817, unexpectable events began to unfold. Strange noises echoed through the Bell home, knocks on doors, the sounds of chains dragging, the eerie whispers in the dead of the night. The family, perplexed and frightened, sought for answers. Yes, werewolves in Quebec. uh, the disturbance escalated as soon the entity responsible for the strange occurrences identified itself as the Bell Witch, a malvoyant force. The spirit claimed to have a deep-seated grudge against John Bell. The Bell Witch tormenting and shit. I'm getting tired. Ranged from disturbing the family's sleep to hurling objects across the room. Word of the haunting spread throughout the tight knit community, and soon curious neighbors and skeptics alike flocked to witness the supernatural events that is Mr. Black. Mr. Black, shh. I know you can hear him. Okay. Uh, Betsy, Betsy Bell, the youngest daughter, born bore the burden of the Bell Witch malvoyance. The entity seemed particularly fixated on her, disturbing her, disturbing her daily life and whispering dark secrets in her ear. As the haunting intensified, the once traversing Bell family faced public serenity and the relentless torment of the unseen forces. Okay. Despite for res- desperate for respite, the Bells sought the help of a local authority, religious figures, and even Ravenwood figures of the time. But the Bell Witch provided impervious, oh gosh, to the efforts. So sorry on this one, guys. The efforts the spirit seemed to reveal in the cause in created living the family in despise and distress. So the spirit, whatever it's saying, briefly, it's saying it loved to torment the bells and cause arguments and stuff like that. And they called in specialists, and that didn't work out even better. So, okay. The haunting reached its climax in 1820 when John Bell succumbed to a mysterious illness, with the Bell Witch claiming responsibility for his demise. With his death, the haunting gradually succumbed, and the entity declared it would return in 7 years. True to its word, the Bell Witch re- reprehended in 1828, offering cryptid profanities and engaging in controversial stories. Those who dared to confront it. Finally, the entity would depart, but promised to return at a later date. This story, I really effed it up. Sorry. Okay. To this day, the legend of the Bell Witch endures in folklore of Tennessee. Anyways, you must have heard it from my brother Jared or something in a better way. Then it says the haunting of the Bell family has become a cautionary tale of chilling reminder that some entities defy explanation, leaving communities forever marked by the supernatural force that once haunted their mindset. Okay, the next one. Yeah, sorry, I was tripping over all these words I don't usually use. uh, okay, now we will move on to the next one. Thank you guys for all the encouragement. Oh, this one was mentioned by someone. Yeah, I got it here. Part of it. So after this one, I'm going to have two more. Okay, so this one is called The Story of the West Virginia Mothman. Hopefully, I will not F this one up either. Okay, let me take a sip, make sure I won't choke on anything. The witch cooked them. What? What? I think it's the strange danger to keep children away from people they don't know. Hmm? What are you guys talking about? Anyways, I'll continue with my story. Okay, the story of the West Virginia Mothman. The legend of the West Virginia Mothman centuries around centers around a mysterious creature that alleged haunted the town of Point Pleasant in the 1960s. This cryptid, known as the Mothman, is described as a large humanoid figure with massive wings and large glowing red eyes. Mhm. Yes, Omar went there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I got the town right too, Point Pleasant. It all began on a chilly autumn night in 1966 when two couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallet, were driving near the old abandoned West Virginia Ordnance Works factory. As they approached the area known as the TNT area, they spotted a creature standing on two legs with a huge wings folded behind its back. Terrified, they sped away, but the creature pushed them, flying effortlessly above their car. News of the encounter spread rapidly through Point Pleasant, and soon other residents reported sightings of a similar creature. The local press debuted the entity, the Mothman, due to its supposed resemblance to a large moth. As sightings increased, so did a sense of foreboding. Locals reported strange lights in the sky, electrical disturbances, and an overall atmosphere of unsense. Some even believe the Mothman was harboring for harboring the tragedies. Tragical, Tragically, on December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, collapsed during rush hour, plunging dozens of vehicles in the icy waters of the Ohio River. 46 people lost their lives in the disaster. The Mothman sightings ceased after the bridge collapse, leading some to speculate that the creature was somehow connected to the tragedy. Phew. Over the years, the legend of the Mothman has grown, captivating the imaginations of cryptozoologists, paranormal enthusiasts, and curious visitors to Point Pleasant. The town has embraced their myth. A a statue and of a statue of the Mothman and hosting an annual Mothman festival. The mysteries surrounding the West Virginia Mothman remains unsolved. Was it a creature from an other dimension, an extraterrestrial being, or simply a case of mass hysteria? The legend endures, leaving the small town of Point Pleasant forever linked to the enigmatic and unsettling figure of the Mothman. Phew. Yeah, some people may know that um, Omar did a video there. He went there and he did a video there. So that one was kind of short. This one, I wonder if you guys know this one. Maybe Can be aliens, yeah. We don't know. Let me just check something out first before we move on. Okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. Let's go. So this one's hard to pronounce. Let me try. The story the carpetbagger goes to the festival of really? Oh, I didn't know that. I know who the carpetbagger is. I used to watch him in my early YouTube watching days. um, okay, so this story is the story of the La Llorona. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing this one right, but La Llorona. Trying to, but okay. The story of La Llorona, often referred to as the Weeping Woman, is a well known and haunting legend in Hispanic culture. The tale has different variants across Latin America, but one common thread is the sorrowful figure of a woman whose cries echo through the night. Now you must have heard about her too. The legend of La Llorona begins in a small village where a beautiful woman named Maria lived. Maria was known for her captivating beauty, and caught the she caught the eye of a man. Uh, what am I saying? She caught the eye of many surrounding her. Eventually, she fell in love with a handsome man, and they started a family together. However, as time passed, her husband became distant, and Maria suspected him of infidelity. Consumed by jealousy and rage, Maria's suspicions led to her to commit a heinous act. One night, in a fit of madness, she drowned her own children in a river. Realizing the gravity of her actions and overwhelmed by guilt and grief, Maria was unable to live with herself. She ra- roamed the village streets, wailing and screaming for her lost children. Her once beautiful appearance now twisted by sorrow and despair. The village, horrified by her actions, began calling her La Llorona, the weeping woman. According to the legend, La Llorona is con- condemned to wander for her for eternity, searching for her lost children. It is said that her mournful cries can be heard near bodies of water, particularly rivers or lakes, where she is forever doomed to search for her children's spirits. As the story spreads throughout generations, parents in many Hispanic cultures use the tale of La Llorona as a cautionary warning to keep their children close, especially at night. The legend serves as a reminder of the consequences of unchecked jealousy and the tragic outcomes that can result from actions driven by extreme emotions. To this day, the ghostly figure of La Llorona continues to be a source of fear and fascination, with her presence lingering in the culture of Latin America and inspiring countless retelling of her sorrowful tale. Hi, Sean. Welcome. Hello, hello. So that was La Llorona. And for the last one for tonight. Oh, well, we did it almost an hour, guys. This is fun. We did an hour almost. So, what is this one? Yes, we mentioned this one earlier too, but he's not from Canada though. uh, this is the story of the Minnesota Wendigo. He's from Minnesota, this one. He's not from Canada. Okay. It says here, in the vast and chilling forests of Minnesota, a legend whispered among the trees spoke of an ancient and malevolent force, the Minnesota Wendigo. Locals spoke of a creature that embroiled the harsh winter winds and the unforgiving cold that swept through the region. Yeah, he can change the weather, guys. He is known to do that. Okay, it was said that that long ago, during a particularly harsh winter, a group of villagers became stranded in the snowy wilderness. Desperation and hunger gripped their hearts, leading them to commit the taboo act of cannibalism. Sorry. To survive. The spirits of the forest, angered by the transitions, cursed the land, giving rise to the Minnesota Wendigo. So yeah, the Wendigo. If you are you do cannibal, well, you'll get the visit from a Wendigo. They say the Wendigo, a creature born of both human desperation and supernatural uh, powered plowed the snow-covered woods, proud oh, prowl the snow-covered woods. Its eyes glowing like icy embers, tall and em- immaculate. The Minnesota Wendigo possessed antlers like prostitutions on the skull. I don't know what has antlers on his skull. Whatever I said there. A grotesque main frustration of the creature and the curse it would carry. Okay. As winter descended upon the region, the Wendigo emerged, its presence announced by the bone chilling howl of the wind. Villagers spoke of encounters with the creature on the outskirts of the forest, describing its haunting silhouette against the backdrop of snow covered pines. Okay. Where's the story in this? I don't know. Whatever. It's like just describing it. The Minnesota Wendigo was said to lure those consumed by hunger and despair, drawing them deeper into the woods with promise of warmth and sustains. I don't know what that is or whatever. once and once unfortunate souls would become entangled in the Wendigo's curse, forever bonded to the icy wilderness. Despite attempts to appraise the vengeful spirits and lift the curse, the Minnesota Wendigo presented a relentless reminder of the consequences of human folly. The legend echoed throughout the generations, counting against the temptations of desperation and the unyielding grip of the winter cold. And so, in the heart of Minnesota, the chilling tale of the Wendigo endured, carried by the winter winds that whispered through the snowy lands, trees, and culinary narrative etched into a very fabric of the region's folklore. I didn't get that one. Sorry, I don't know. That one, I guess I effed it too. I don't know, whatever. So I went through all my stories, and I should take out this week. I'm supposed to take out my what you call it, para games number 10. So I'm going to be taking that out tomorrow. I have to do it tomorrow for sure because it's due for the 10th. So that should be coming out. And then I'm going to take out another cryptid video. Explain like photos, you'll see photos and stuff like that. So missing 401. 401. Huh? Okay. Okay, so yeah, and I'll be taking out a short scary story on Thursday. Those shorts, shorts of cryptid, and I'll also be taking out a scary Friday morning story as well of cryptid. So this is my cryptid week this week. So I hope you enjoy it. And on that note, thank you all for coming by tonight. I really enjoyed your company. We had fun in a way, I guess. Yeah. Oh, Debbie, I just almost missed it. You've been a member for 10 months. Wow, already 10 months. Oh, geez, time flies. Wow, that's amazing. Like you are, Debbie. So, guys, if you liked this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more live streams like this. And I would like to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you around the broom somewhere. Good night. Have an awesome week.